Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Queenie for those who don't know me, and I'm feeling a hell of a lot better because yesterday I was truly unwell. Whew, yo. We're better now. We are better now. The episode was good. Yesterday's episode was good too. I just wasn't in the mood, man. Like, it was just a bad day. It was a bad day. But today we have some juice to get into. So before I get into it, please make sure to like this video, subscribe and hit the bell, and leave a comment down below. Oh Lord, the windows are open, but it's not helping. It's not helping at all. Anyways, the episode picks up after Trey and Ellie were brutally dumped. Sayonara, see you later. Connor and Emma should have gone too, but it's fine. I'll wait. I know they're leaving real soon. Then we see Will and Sean still sulking over how things transpired at movie night. I hoped they would soak in their guilt a little bit longer. I felt like the girls were pretty forgiving. That's up to you. That's your business. I definitely would have made them grovel a little bit more. And the groveling in Love Island is so piss poor. Like, the bar's on hell, you guys. We'll talk about that later. But anyways, both of these guys are basically realizing that they made a grave mistake and that the women that they're coupled up with currently are the women who they want to be with going forward. And the thing that frustrates me about that is it took you acting a damn fool in Casa Amor and then being held accountable for it after the fact for you to realize where your interest lied for real. It's weird. It's weird. It's very weird to me. And this constant excuse of we are not in a relationship, we were open, blah, blah, blah. It's BS. It is BS. Even if I am just talking to somebody, if I get the sense that you are a hoe, I'm not going to keep talking to you. Like, it's just not happening. It's truly not happening. The way that you act in the talking stage and the dating stage will determine if you are a partner who I want to be with. So we're not going to go to being in a relationship if you're acting like this now. And it's not even the fact that they had other connections they wanted to explore. Go ahead. But it's the disregarding of these girls' feelings. It's the gaslighting, especially coming from Sean. Like, it's the lack of accountability, like, after the fact. It's the fact that when new coochie enters the villa, you act like a damn fool. Like, I'm sorry. All of that stuff is enough for me to question your intentions as a man, to question your intentions as a potential partner of mine. Like, no. I don't care that we weren't closed off. I don't care that we weren't exclusive. Like, that's literally not the point. Joey talks to Blade about the whole, like, don't say I'm not quick, you know, and yesterday Joey thought it was like physical fitness. No, baby, it's about your mental prowess. But anyways, he keeps dragging it on even into the night. Joey, nobody cares. You built your whole brand off of being less than smart. Let's be honest. I've only watched one show of Joey's before Love Island, and that was the thing. Even on that show, it was Celebrity X on the Beach. Like, that's his whole persona. Like, oh, look at me, bumbling idiot. Like, anyways, child, let's move on because nobody really cares about Joey at this point. Uma is embarrassed by Will and how he acted at movie night. And Mimi is just laughing at her situation. Matilda is laughing too, and I'm laughing with them. The type thing will always be crazy to me. I'm not even going to act like I myself don't have a type. If you've been around long enough and you watch more than just Love Island videos, you know what my type is. But my track record has shown that I don't even stick to my type for real, for real. Like, I'm not so sold on my type that I would jeopardize a good connection just to hop on something that matches a physical archetype that I typically go for. You still have forged something good with this person, type or not. Like, I don't know, that mentality is so weird to me. And then why, I think even Mimi said it, like, if you already knew I'm not your type, why even give me the time of day, knowing you are possibly going to default to your type later on in the future? Like, to me, it's crazy. But anyways, Sean ends up having the courage to go and talk to Matilda, who was definitely refusing at first, but they end up having a conversation. Will didn't want to have a conversation with Uma because he felt like he was going to get his head bit off. Yeah. You're going to be held accountable for the way that you acted. And realistically, if you're in a relationship, you're going to have to be able to sit there and air out grievances or receive the grievances that your partner is airing out to you. Like, that's what adults do. That's what a healthy relationship is built on. So go and talk to the girl. Like, what do you... let's move on. Sean says that what Matilda saw wasn't nice. However, it is everything that he said happened. And sir, seeing it is always going to be different than hearing it. So it's going to sting a lot more. On After Sun, I didn't watch it, but I just heard that Sean's family was actually disappointed in the way that he has acted so far. And I'm shocked by that. I thought they were definitely going to give excuse after excuse. And they're also cringed by the candy puns. And I'm like, oh, you know what? I'm not mad at Sean's family. I'm not mad at them at all. Yeah, it's definitely disappointing to see him act the way that he did. This nice guy persona is something that I would not trust. Like, forget what he even did in Casa. The way that he gaslit or tried to gaslight Matilda, the way that he tried to flip the script, shift the blame so he wouldn't be held accountable anymore, to kind of put her in the same boat. Like, you can't be mad at me because you did it too. No. No. Sean is scary. And I'm sticking to that mentality. That man, he scares me. Uma has continued to tell Will that her feelings are hurt. And he, for some reason, just cannot grasp that. This man is still defending himself. Excuse after excuse. We weren't in a relationship. It doesn't matter. Honestly, what Uma would have liked, still would have hurt, but what she would have liked was for him to be like, this is what I did. I apologize for my actions. I apologize that I hurt you. What can I do to rebuild your trust in me? We would have been so much further if he would have taken that approach. But instead, he wants to keep saying, oh, we weren't close off. We weren't in a relationship. Who cares? Why are you acting like I cheated on you? A defensive man would actually be such an ick to me, because why can't we just communicate as adults? Why can't you sit here and articulate what you did and why you did it and how we can move forward past it? Like, Will is an embarrassment. But anyways, in the morning, Will and Sean say that they have a lot of making up to do. And by making up, they mean making coffee. Like, the groveling in Love Island is actually in the pits. It's crazy. Grace tells Blade that Joey's comments did bother her because she is not bitter. And I agree. I don't think she's been acting like a bitter person. I do think that there's some residual feelings for Joey, but that's natural. So Joey pulls her aside to try and clear the air. I feel like it was a poor attempt, but he attempted anyways. Joey, to me, is the type of guy who will never... maybe let me not say never, but who is less likely to accept fault and give a whole apology. Like, he might apologize for an aspect of things, but to accept full responsibility, he doesn't give me the impression that he would do that. I even think too, when they first got together on the show, they didn't acknowledge what happened in the past. And that could just be an editing thing. But I'm just like, if things ended icy, I would need a rehashing of that. Me personally, I would need a rehashing of that before I move forward with you, because we're likely going to head down the same path that we did before, which is exactly what happened. Like, he doesn't own up to his missteps. And that's very concerning for me. Jesse, I hope you're paying attention. I say here that hopefully things between them are done for good, because they do say, let's just be friends. But that little smirk at the end, I was like, My friend and I have a saying called friends with a wink. It's giving friends with a wink. I don't know if we can fully trust this friendship, but okay. Will pulls Uma aside and he admits that he was being defensive the day before, and he's a lot more apologetic today. I will say, I have to give Uma her props truly, because for being 23 years old and never having been in a relationship, she articulates herself so well. She navigates through her connections with these men so well. Have there been missteps? Yeah, a little bit here and there. But for the most part, she's good. She knows what she feels. She knows how to tell you what she feels. And she knows what she wants in return to make her feel reassured. Like, she's very clear on that. If Will didn't understand, he's choosing to be obtuse, because Uma has been very explicit on what hurt her, how that has impacted her since the hurt, what she wants to see going forward. Like, she's very clear on that. Now, I felt like she folded just a little bit too quickly. Just a little bit too quickly, but it's Love Island. And when you don't have many connections out there, it's kind of hard to stand on business. So I guess I'll let her slide on this one. I write here that conflict resolution is something that people definitely need to work on as a whole, and Will is one of those people. Like, sure, you can explain yourself and whatever, but his defensiveness would be something that would ring alarm bells for me. Like, find a better way to resolve conflict than the way that you did, in my opinion. She says that she would like to be closed off with him after he's out of the doghouse, and he says that he has found everything he has wanted in her, except the fact that she's not a petite blonde, but let's move on. Speaking of the doghouse, Connor has basically been completely MIA. I don't know who put him in the doghouse on production, but somebody on there does not like this man. Like, the way that he is a non-existent character is insane. And he's about to be non-existent in Emma's life too. To me, the body language between these two has always been off. Like, whenever they're kissing, it seems like he's the one always leaning in. Even when they talk, she's never actually looking at him, and he's damn near on top of her. And I'm like, Connor, you don't see? He later on says that he saw it, but I'm just like, sir, yeah, it's definitely giving one-sided. I think Emma definitely saw her meal ticket into the villa and just latched on to that last-minute connection, because Connor was not connecting with anybody, and the Emma thing just came out of nowhere for all of us. Grace is kind of feeling the same way that Emma is, not really getting that sexual attraction with Blade. And I felt like we had sorted that out in Casa Amor, which is why a lot of us were confused why she didn't bring back Messiah. But then again, I don't think she should be with Messiah, because now that I think about it, Messiah's kind of giving like, ooh, scary. But yeah, there was definitely more flirty energy, more of a sexual attraction, in my opinion, to Messiah than there was with Blade. So both the women say that they are going to tell the guys sooner rather than later, instead of string things on for too long. So they do that later in the episode. Matilda tells Sean that his change of behavior was alarming to her, and he says that he is trying to win her back. One of the ways is through coffee. He literally was like, but I made you coffee. Okay, like, so, oh gosh, that's insane. Anyways, Uma gets a text that she, Mimi, and Jesse are going on dates with the bombshells, Josh and Ruben. So I got a lot of things to say about this group date here. I wasn't mad at it being a group date, but obviously Jessie was the odd man out. She wasn't checking for those men, okay? She was not checking for them. And they were trying to be like, no, you're beautiful too. We're here for you too. Let's be honest, okay? No, she is beautiful. I just don't know if either of them were checking for each other. But anyways, she has stepped into the wing woman role. Where am I running off to? Like, why am I speeding today? Anyways, she's like, I'm going to be a wing woman. What do you like about my girl? What do you like about my girl? I loved it. Jesse, chef's kiss, 10 out of 10. Both of these guys were obviously sent in for Uma and Mimi. Uma is very enamored by the guy with the braids. I forget who is who. And then Mimi is enamored by the other guy. Now, I was a little bit frustrated that the initial compliments they gave the girls, to Jesse and Uma, they said something that was like a physical characteristic. And then to Mimi, they were like, oh, the white dress. Okay. No, that's fine. I won't dwell on it for too long. One of the guys, I don't remember where he's from, but he can speak a little bit of Spanish. Okay, we love a bilingual. The other guy, he's also bilingual. He is Nigerian. From the Yoruba tribe. Lord, can we just release my girl? Can we release my girl from the Yoruba men? Good Lord. But she like him though, so I guess we just gotta support it, y'all. The date to me got a little bit more cringe as it went on. However, the girls were enjoying themselves, so I love that for them. Back at the villa, Io is stressing out a little bit because he's like, ooh, 2 new guys. I'm in a fresh relationship. Is Goldie gonna change her mind about me? So even though Goldie was stressing me out in the last episode, I really liked her this episode. I like that she was cracking jokes on Io. Like, yeah, I hope she comes in, being Mimi, I hope she comes in on his shoulders. I hope she comes in on a white dress. I said, okay, I like you. No, I like you. Just stop kissing ass to Mimi. It's a little bit weird. Like, give it time. If you guys are going to be friends, it'll happen naturally. It's not by force, babes. It's not by force. But yeah, I felt like she was kind of giving him reassurance, but still letting him know that anything could happen. She said it would take a lot for her head to turn, but that doesn't mean that her head can't turn. You know what I'm saying? They really do get on. I'll give it to them. They have chemistry. There's no doubt about it. It's unfortunate that with Io, the main storyline has been type and preference. But when it comes to Goldie, like, they actually do have a connection. What can you do, child? I will say, the way Goldie can really win me over is if she shows Io flames. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. I just want to see her flirting with one of the new guys. Just a little bit. You know, just a little flirt. Just a little flirt. Nothing deep. Nothing deep. That would really, like, send me. Anyways, it's time for Emma and Grace to end things with Blade and Connor. They both took it well, but I feel like Connor just took it a little bit better than Blade did. Listen, one thing about Emma and Grace, I'm pretty sure they never struggled before the show, and after the show, they will definitely not struggle in the love department. They won't. Actually, let me not say that. They won't struggle in the attracting men department because love is a different ballgame altogether. I don't think these girls will struggle at all, okay? I actually wouldn't mind seeing them go on, like, not go on a dating show, seeing them have a dating show where they're, like, sifting through 20 sexy singles, you know? Like, I would have watched that. Yeah. When Connor and Blade were telling the guys about their conversations, they made it seem like it was more of a mutual decision. And I guess both of the guys did feel a retraction of affection from the women, but to say that it was mutually decided, I don't quite know if I would agree with that, but they took it as well as they could. The episode ends with the girls coming back with the bombshells, and they are hella excited. Well, Mimi and Uma are hella excited about the guys. Jessie is excited for her girls. Man, the way I was grinning from ear to ear. And Jessie was just making me so happy. Like, she was really hyping up the girl. Like, it just, it warmed my heart. It also warmed my heart to hear both of the women express such enthusiasm over these guys. Like, I don't know if I've heard them be this ecstatic over guys coming in. If they were, it's escaped my memory, but it seems like this is the happiest that they've been when somebody came in. Will says he still wants to be with Uma. He's telling the new guys this. And then Uma says that revenge is sweet. So we'll see what happens there. The new guys say that they are not impressed with the way that the Villa guys have treated some of the girls, the way that some of the Villa guys have treated some of the Villa girls. I don't know if this is a foreshadowing of them, like, exposing the guys or them just being unashamed to step on toes. Like, I don't know, but it's definitely giving they're here to cause some havoc. They are. Is Goldie into the darker skin guy? Because I don't know, like, I feel like him and Io, it's giving, like, the archetype is similar. They obviously don't look alike, but, like, similar, you know? I think they're both, like, footballers, too. I don't know. I would like to see it, only for the banter. Don't you dare take Mimi's shine, because I swear, I will lose my mind. Anyways, that's it for today. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.